After the procedure, I feel relieved. Now that the choice is made, we can get back to doing our jobs and hope for the best. A clear conscience means peace of mind. Whatever comes next, I'm sure you won't regret it. It's a relief to see you stayed. Of course. I'm not afraid of being exposed to the corporation. But I am concerned about the raging storm outside. Nothing's working, Jan. There's no help in sight. Why are we even here? Good day, Jan. We're going back home soon. Any thoughts? It's been a ride. And we're all heading back to the place we were running away from. Every one of us for a different reason. At least that's what should be happening. We should all be going back. You wanted to talk. Are you feeling better about your memories? Yeah, almost. I've been thinking about all this. The purpose of my life. I have to say it's not easy, even if you give it time. And there's one thing that could help me feel more grounded. My tattoo. Remember, first thing I noticed when I woke up. I'm really missing it. Do you think there's a way I could recreate it? Man, I'd love to get me a tattoo as well, but do you seriously think I'd know how to do it? I mean, I'm useless at drawing. Besides, you don't really think we have the proper equipment in here. Come on, Jan. You're being creative about a lot of things in here. And I'm sure some of us know how to draw. It's not just any tattoo. It was part of my identity, and I feel incomplete without it. What was it? Sisyphus. The Greek hero who rolled a stone up a hill over and over again. I can see why you identified with him. Being a medical aid worker in a hunger-stricken region must have been tough. I did identify with him, but for a different reason. You see, my life took the form of repetitive cycles too, just like his. For some time, I felt I was making a great effort rolling that stone up the hill, gaining ground in the everlasting race to become a better man, when suddenly, something would always happen to diminish all those efforts. Make me loathe myself again. Drop that stone back to the foot of the hill. Damn. You're haunted by the same insecurities as the rest of us. You say I should be proud of saving Mom's life. What if I told you there was nothing noble about what I did? What do you mean? One day, out of the blue, Dad just appeared in my office. I was a young doctor then, and we'd been estranged for years. Turned out Mom wasn't feeling well. And since there was a long waiting line to a specialist, he thought he could use my connections. Just like that. You know our parents couldn't afford private health insurance, and going through the public system would take ages. So, Father thought I could sweet talk a senior doctor or two. Seems like a sound request from the parents of a doctor. Yeah, but I didn't become a doctor to make my parents happy. I wanted to follow Edgar's suit, be true to his ideals. He was the one who raised me. I was working for a community hospital, and I promised myself to be unbiased, never to put any patient before another, no matter how unwanted or self-destructive they were. But I broke that promise. I did exactly what I swore I'd never do. I failed them. And I failed myself. Are you out of your mind? You saved her life. How can you feel guilty for that? When someone ODs in front of you, and you give them a shot of naloxone on time, that's when you saved their life. The doctors who treated her saved her life. All I did was go to dinners and play a few rounds of golf with people whose work ethic I despised. Of course, I was glad she lived, but still I felt so weak, so worthless. Edgar never said anything, but he was disappointed with me, all right. That's why you went away to the other side of the world? To prove that you were strong? I was confused, and I wanted to feel free from any personal obligations, feelings, judgments. But I fell in love with the mayor's wife. She was the head of the charity organization I worked for. Long story short, I ended up destroying a family and blowing up a respected charity, so there you have it. The walking ideal. Okay. I think I can see the pattern you're talking about. Rolling the stone up the hill, only to drop it just below the summit. Imagine carrying all that guilt inside of you just to learn that the only positive outcome of it all, Mom's life, ain't even true. Just give me my Sisyphus back, okay? So, the doc wants me to recreate his missing tattoo, but I'm not sure how to go about it. You think you could help? It should portray the Greek hero Sisyphus. You've come to the right man. I took an art course during my post-grad years. I think I should be able to come up with a professional composition. But of course, if you want to explore other options, I won't be offended. Happy to be.
Oh, you bet. The recycler and that we were at that tubular.
So, the doc wants me to recreate his missing tattoo, but I'm not sure how to go about it. You think you could help? It should portray the Greek hero Sisyphus.
That guy with a rock? I mean, I'm not an artist, man. But I did like to doodle when I had a hand. Now that I have it back, I could give you a simplified drawing, yeah? Or you could ask the others. Maybe someone has more experience in doing, artsy things.
Is there a problem?
So, I talked to the guys and...
What do you mean?
An intervention.
What exactly do...
We're sleeping.
I hear... Hey, I found this. I brought it on this mission, but thought that maybe it could mean something to you too.
Seriously? Huh. I can't believe you kept that old calendar.
Yeah, well, I still like to fantasize about owning one of those cars.
Yeah. Yeah. And escaping my shitty life. Hard times, simple fantasies. Thanks. It won't collect dust.
I'm done here. Should. Are you happy to be back in the base? Of course I am. But that adventure reminded me of my time in the wilderness long ago. I was struggling to find food and shelter then, too. Sometimes I think time is a circle, not a straight line. Aren't we all proof of that? Maybe more of a spiral, don't you think? It's good to have you back. It's good to be back. And I have to say, Tabula Rasa is fascinating. I'm gonna have to do a podcast about him. So, the doc wants me to recreate his missing tattoo, but I'm not sure how to go about it. You think you could help? It should portray the Greek hero Sisyphus. Oh, I see our little painting session made an impression on you. Great. I'll be more than happy to help you, but why Sisyphus? A sinewy, fictional character endlessly consumed by an absurd activity? Why decorate your body with that? The doctor identifies with his struggles, rolling the stone of self-improvement incessantly uphill only to realize that he's only human. So, being human worries him? Apparently. But that's all we'll ever be, right? Saying that is just an excuse to stop trying to improve. Some of us find meaning in overcoming our limitations. Meaning. Isn't that just a way to fool yourself that life is anything more than existential chaos? Have you ever heard of the madman of Naranam? Who? A character from the folklore of the Kerala culture. Very similar to Sisyphus, only, happy. Happy? About pushing a stone? No, Jan. About watching it roll down. In the legend, Naranath Branthan, because that's what they called him, pushes a stone uphill and voluntarily lets it fall down. And as he does it, he laughs. What if your mistakes hurt someone? Would you laugh at that too? You're asking me if I don't have any regrets? Of course I do. I'm human too. But in the end, the wisest we can do is laugh. Why do you think the madman of Naranam does what he does instead of acting like a normal person? Because he knows that in the end, it doesn't make a difference. And that's the reason he's laughing. He's laughing at us. Could you draw the madman of Naranam for me? I'd like to suggest a tattoo of him to the doctor. I'd be more than happy to. Thanks. And for the story, too. Something on your mind? I was wondering, now that emotions have died down and we've managed to come to terms with the whole implant situation, do you still have my special tea? Of course. You feel like drinking it now? And the mixture? Do you have that too? I do? Can you tell me what exactly you're planning to do with it? Use it, of course, but only in good company. What? You don't mean... Come on, Jan, don't be so uptight. First the tea. Care to join me? Sure. I hope I'm not flirting with disaster. This is wonderfully disgusting, Jan. Even better than my homegrown original. How do you find it? Yes. Very disgusting. Everything looks so beautiful. And you. You are beautiful. I am beautiful too. Why do you think that is? Because I am not here. I am everywhere. Let it take you with its flow. Time to use our special mixture. Yes. What is it? Paints, Jan. Oil paints. I have prepared a canvas. I will show you the best possible way to react to it. And today, tell me. A solitary... Feel the wind in your branches. Now. Can't you see them? You're right. So? It means... Yeah. Hey, I found this thing that I took on the mission, and I thought that maybe it could mean something to you too. My gourd and bombilla. I thought I'd thrown them away. Nope. They just collected dust for years. Damn, I missed these during my travels. A very insightful gift, thank you. Hey,
in a nearby system.
you wanted to talk about something?
Yeah, thanks for checking up on me. I know you're dealing with a lot.
Yeah, so, why don't you cut to the chase already?
Sure, yeah, it's not that easy to say. I'm not used to doing so much thinking as I've been doing lately.
You really needed to sort some things out for yourself.
You helped me a heap with that. All I wanted to do was punish myself with all that extra work. I've wasted so much time. Not doing a single damn thing for myself. And now... who knows what's gonna happen to me? What if this is it? This is all the time I had.
I see. You're afraid you're gonna die.
Yeah. No use pretending. I'm scared as shit. But I can take it. I don't need you to cry over me.
So, what's your request?
Well, remember our art teacher at school and how he taught us to carve in wood?
I guess I might. Not really.
Well, I do. We were really good at doing it. The best in class. But what matters more, we loved doing it. I loved doing it. Just for myself. After I lost my hand, I started remembering it. Obsessing over it, even. Of all the things I wouldn't be able to do, that one stuck in my head like a fucking nail.
It's normal. You were grieving.
I was miserable as sin. And then when you gave me that new arm up here, you'd think going back to something that made me happy would be obvious, right? Wrong. I wasn't interested in enjoying myself. Well, now I want to change that.
You want to do something just for yourself. I get that.
In a way, yeah. But there's something else. It's way more important.
Oh. A secret project?
I really don't want to talk about it right now, okay?
And where the hell are you gonna get wood?
Well, you seen those tree-like structures in this region? They ain't made of wood, but they sure behave very much like it. I already did a test or two. They're harder, tougher, but so am I, right?
You want to carve that?
If you happen to run into some loose pieces of that rock, yeah, I could give it a try. Of course, I'm gonna need a set of chisels, too.
Okay. I'll keep your request in mind and see what I can do.
Thanks, man.
But you're gonna have to tell me what that secret project's about.
Yeah, we'll see.
Our fugitives are back. The base was empty without them. I guess our yin was missing their yang. Yeah. So, I have a tattoo design for you. Oh, really? Can I see it? You might find it surprising. It's an alternative version of your hero, the Madman of Naranam. The what? I got it from the shrink. You and him are like two sides of the same coin. Oh, really? Why's that? He stayed true to your ideals when it came to pushing Mom up the waiting line. He stuck to his promise and paid the price for it. So, she didn't. No. She died. Just goes to show. Making the right choice can be a relative thing sometimes. So, there was never a way to retain my integrity and save Mom's life. Integrity? What does that even mean? Well, I used to think it meant sticking to your values no matter what. But maybe I got it wrong. One must imagine Sisyphus happy. Meaning, enjoy the climb. Screw reaching the summit. Be a madman, huh? Yeah. A happy madman. Thank you, man. Let's get it done. I'm ready. Let's get this done. Is it very painful? That's the whole point of it, Jan.
It worked. How do you like it?
You know what? I love it. It's like the new me. I've got so much energy to work for the greater good now. Thank you, buddy.
This could be the weird rock mentioned by the miner. I should take it back to him.
I've got your carving materials and chisel set.
So, what's the story? What are you gonna be making exactly?
Okay, man, this is gonna sound really corny, but... oh, what the hell? I wanna remake myself.
Whoa. With a chisel?
Of course not. What's wrong with you? Never heard of a fucking metaphor? Talking to the shrink helped me deal with my insecurities. And you cared enough to want me to come back. It gave me a feeling that maybe I was actually worth something. Then, when I got back to the base, I saw that funny fellow we wanted to sacrifice. Tabula rasa. A clean slate. A guy who's one of us, but without all of that shit we went through. Just look at how fucking happy he is.
Yeah. Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly. And not only that, he can be anything. And looking at him, I realized, damn, maybe so can I.
So, you decided to take up wood carving?
Sort of, yeah. Go back to that pure joy of childhood when everything was possible. That feeling when I held a piece of wood in my hand and a chisel in the other, and I knew it was up to me what it would look like. And damn well only up to me.
Wow. Sounds like you're a new man already.
Trust me, I'm only getting started. See, here's a suggestion. Let's get us out of this mess first. Then you can pour all the saccharin you want over me.
Fair point. Let's go. Hey, I found... Are you happy to be back in... That's just an... Oh. And I... Something on your mind? I was wondering, Now that emotions have died down and we've managed to come to terms with the whole implant situation, do you still have my special tea? Of course. And the mixture? I do. Use it, of course, but only in good company. What? Come on, yeah. First the tea. I think I'll pass, but you go ahead. Unwind. Are you sure? I was planning on something really fun with the mixture. You'll miss the ride. Pretty sure. I'll pass. Your loss. But thanks for indulging me. Time to work through my burnout issues.
Do you want me to take care of this yacht?
You want me to take care of this? Yeah, like that. Then use your left hand to guide it. Jan. Of course you got this. Just, be careful, okay? Left hand on the blade, not in front of it.
Did you want something from me? Yes. I've been waiting for you. You're nearing the end of your mission. We are nearing the end of our mission. You've made some difficult choices on the way, and I realized even though it is my job to be here for the whole crew in stressful times, we've never really talked about you. Your struggles during this journey, your hopes, regrets, fears. Would you like to talk about it, Jan? You mean like in a therapy session? What else? Yeah, I think I really need that. Thanks. Good. So, what do you want to talk about? You. My altars. What feelings do we, your altars, evoke in you? Happiness. I feel happy to have you, be around you. You're not just versions of me. You're my friends. That sounds like something good. Yeah. Yeah, it is good. But it's coming to an end, right? I'm worried we'll have to part. Yeah, I don't like that either. But if you visualize yourself back on Earth after this is over, imagine we're no longer with you. How does that feel? I feel sad. What if that's what you were really meant to learn on this mission? That sadness is actually okay. I never really understood what it was. I think I always confused it with anger. Well, you won't anymore. I guess it doesn't seem so bad now. That sounds like real progress, Jan. What else do you have thoughts about? My relationship with Lena. What about it? It was a relief to reconcile after all these years. Feels like the closure we both needed. But will I ever be able to be with someone else? And what if you won't be with someone? Would that be a bad thing? Yeah. I don't want to be alone. I don't think you will. But if you look at it from the outside, you've been alone in here all this time. Just with yourself. Has it really been that bad? All by myself, right? Exactly. Being alone can be fascinating. You're right. What else do you want to talk about? The future. Getting back to Earth. What's troubling you about it? All the rupidium we've collected, where will it go in the end? What purpose will it serve? What will happen to the world? I'm not sure I made the right decisions. Until now, it seemed so surreal to me that the actions of one simple man, me, can really shape the future of the Earth. Now that it's occurred to me, it's beginning to scare me. You know by now how it is with decisions. We never know if they're right while we're making them. All we can do is follow our good judgment. You had reasons to make the decisions you did. Maybe you should trust your judgment a little more. Yeah. Maybe. Grass is always greener, huh? Exactly. So, what else is troubling you? Nothing. That's it. Thanks for the session. Sure. I'll send you the bill. Yandolski charging himself for therapy. What would your supervisor say? I don't know how she'd react, but I know what I want to say. Whatever happens, I'm glad you brought me along for this ride. I guess this is my way of saying thank you.